You open your eyes inside a small house on a tiny island in the middle of the ocean. Right now, not a single person in the world knows your name. But one day, billions of people will shout your name at the top of their lungs. The year is 1985, and the island you live on is called Madeira, a small island off the coast of Portugal. Your family names you after the American president your father admired, Ronald Reagan. You're the youngest of 4 children, and the house you live in is incredibly small. There's barely enough money even for food, and sometimes you go to bed completely hungry. You share the same room with your siblings, and when it rains, water drips through the roof into the house. Your father, Dennis, works as a gardener and kit man for a small local football club. Your father is actually a good man, but he carries a deep sadness inside him and drinks too much alcohol to forget it. Your mother, Dolores, cleans other people's houses and cooks for them just to keep your family going. She works so much that you barely get to see her, but you can feel her love in everything she does for you. One day, your father brings home a very old and worn-out football, and the moment your foot touches that ball, a wonderful feeling awakens inside you. You start kicking the ball everywhere, in the street, in the kitchen, even at school. You place the ball next to your pillow and sleep with it as if it were a part of you. The other kids in the neighborhood quickly realize that you are truly different. When the ball is at your feet, nobody can take it away from you. You join a local club called Aurelian, where your father works. And when your team loses, you don't just get upset. You are visibly devastated, often breaking into tears every single time. Your teammates start calling you the crybaby, but you don't care about what anyone thinks. You hate losing so much that this feeling is even stronger than your love for winning. And that fire inside you never leaves. A bigger club called National notices you and immediately signs you. Then, when you are only 12 years old, a giant club from the mainland makes you an offer. The club's name is Sporting Lisbon, and it is one of the best academies in Portugal at that time. But you have a problem. Lisbon is hundreds of kilometers away across the sea from where you live. To chase this dream, you have to leave your family and everyone you love behind. You pack a small bag, hug your crying mother, and board a plane all by yourself. You are only 12 years old, flying alone toward a future you cannot see. When you were 12, could you have left your family? Personally, I couldn't have, my friends. When you arrive at the academy, the other boys laugh at your island accent. They make fun of the way you speak and you feel completely alone. At night, you lock yourself in the bathroom and cry while talking to your mother on the phone. You miss her so much that you beg her to bring you back home, and she almost agrees, but something stops you from giving up. The same stubborn flame you have carried since you were a boy. You wipe away your tears and decide to prove everyone wrong. You work harder than anyone else, both before sunrise and after sunset. While everyone else is sleeping, you are still out on the field training with your ball. But when you turn 15, your dream of becoming a football player almost ends before it truly begins. Doctors discover that your heart is beating dangerously fast. You're told that you may have to give up football forever. Just think about it. The dream you sacrificed everything for could end in a hospital bed. With the fear of never playing again and carrying that terrible weight on your shoulders, you undergo heart surgery. But only a few days later, you're discharged and returned to the training field, moving even faster than before. Now, there is nothing in this world that can stop you. At 16 years old, you make your debut for Sporting's first team. You score such incredible goals that everyone in the stadium is left staring in amazement. And this is where things start to get crazy, my friends. You can support me by subscribing for more stories like this. Then, in 2003, Sporting plays a friendly match against Manchester United. And that night, when you step onto the pitch, you completely destroy the United defense. After the match, the Manchester United players practically beg their manager to sign you. That manager is the legendary Sir Alex Ferguson, and he gives you the most famous shirt number in the club's history, number 7. Of course, you have no idea yet that this shirt number will become your signature. You move to England as a young and fearless footballer who loves flashy skills and tricks. At first, the fans think you show off too much, too many dribbles, not enough goals. But Ferguson treats you like his own son and works incredibly hard to turn you into a machine. You spend countless hours sweating in the gym, transforming your body into a powerful physique. You leave the showboating behind and begin scoring relentlessly, finding the back of the net week after week. Just when your life is rising, you receive the worst news of your life, and your world collapses. In 2005, your father, Dennis, loses his battle with alcohol and passes away. Sadly, he leaves this world before seeing the legend you are about to become. Your heart breaks, And from that day on, you make yourself a promise that you will never touch a single drop of alcohol for the rest of your life. You refuse to let his pain continue through you or control your life. You pour all of your pain into football and you explode onto the world stage. In 2008, you score 42 goals and completely conquer Europe. You lift the Champions League trophy under the lights while shouting toward the sky. You become the first and only footballer in history to win every major individual award in a single season. Then they hand you the Ballon d'Or, the award given to the best football player in the world. You rise from a small poor house in Madeira with a leaking roof and become the king of world football. In 2009, the biggest club in the world, Real Madrid, wants you. A world record transfer fee is paid for you, a staggering 94 million euros. 80,000 fans completely filled the stadium just to watch you hold up a shirt. You haven't even touched a ball yet, and they are already admiring you and chanting your name. But in Spain, your greatest rival of all time is waiting for you. His name is Lionel Messi. For the next 10 years, you will chase each other statistically. Every weekend turns into a war, your goals against his goals. Without even realizing it, he makes you better, and you make him better, and the entire world watches you with admiration. You score more than 50 goals in a single season, numbers that people thought were impossible. You break record after record, and eventually breaking records becomes something completely normal for you. You win the Champions League again and then again until conquering Europe almost starts to feel like routine. Every time you score, you jump into the air and shout that famous and every single time, the fans join in and scream along with your iconic celebration. You become the greatest goal scorer in the history of the competition. Your trophy shelves become so full that there is no empty space left. But there is still one dream missing, winning something with Portugal. Your country has never lifted a major trophy before, and now all the pressure is on your shoulders. In 2016, you reach the final of the European Championship. But early in the match, a hard challenge causes a serious injury to your knee. As your tournament seems to be over, you are carried off the field on a stretcher, overcome with emotion. Yet you refuse to leave the stadium. You stand on the sidelines like a second manager. You shout, "Help your teammates," and push them forward with your determination. In the final minutes, Portugal scores the winning goal. And in that moment of pure happiness, you collapse to the ground in tears. Your country becomes European champions. But there is still one trophy you cannot reach, the World Cup. Despite giving everything you have, you fall short at the World Cup time and time again. You watch your rival lift the trophy while yours remains only a dream. It remains the biggest scar in a career filled with glory and success. As the years pass, younger players come and go, but you continue scoring goals without stopping. You move to Italy and pull on the famous black and white stripes of Juventus, winning league titles and scoring in streaks that most players could only dream of. You become living proof that age means nothing in football. And you make a decision that shocks the entire world and move to Saudi Arabia, joining Al Nassr and almost single-handedly turning a league the world once ignored into something everyone suddenly talks about. Some people say that you're finished, but you continue scoring goals effortlessly like a young player. You become the first footballer in history to surpass the 900-goal mark and once again enter the record books. You build hospitals, donate millions, and never forget where you came from. That hungry and poor boy from Madeira now has hundreds of millions of fans. You become the most followed human being in the world. Children in every country wear your name on their backs, and you become the idol of millions of boys around the world. And one debate never ends. Is Cristiano Ronaldo the greatest of all time, or is it Lionel Messi? Before the story ends, let me know in the comments. Who do you think is the real GOAT, Ronaldo or Messi? If you want to see more stories about soccer legends like this on my channel, subscribe for our next video. But you know that the real answer is not found in trophies. The real answer is hidden in the leaking roof, the tearful phone calls, and the heart that almost stopped. The real answer is in every tear shed by that little boy who worked day and night and never gave up. You opened your eyes on a tiny island where nobody even knew your name, and you closed the story as a legendary name that the world will never forget. Because you were born as Cristiano Ronaldo, one of the greatest footballers of all time.